Hello everybody, it's your Proftrof. We're back again with another Hood Nature video. Did you need more reasons to be afraid of hippopotamus? No, but let's get more, I guess. Damn. Guess that's the thing we're doing now.
Before I tell you,
who will win the fight? I'm told that, wait, what? Who told you that? The lions are the king, so it's hippos or lions. Bruh, lion is like this. Imagine hippo being this big. Lion is like this. Who wins? Hippo can butt smash the lion. Wins automatically.
Before I tell you, I'm just gonna show you.
Bro, look at how much bigger. Like, I was about to say that the lion is the size of its head, but Jesus Christ, what are you doing to it?
Let me explain every way that lion is up. The average male murder horse can tip the scales at 3,500 to 5,000 pounds, but the biggest ones can come in at 9,000 pounds. Or 4,082 kilograms for the non-Americans watching this. Hippos have a bite force of close to 2,000 pounds, strong enough to divide a crocodile in half. That is not an exaggeration, it's actually happened. And hippos are one of the most homicidal things to ever have a heartbeat. And for something that most people think is a vegetarian,
it's fast as hell.
They take antelopes off the census for no reason other than malicious intent. Not to mention every year they turn at least 500 people into a...
Why is there two people so close to a hippopotamus? Why does it look like she's giving birth into the hippopotamus's mouth? What the fuck is happening in this picture?
Put it all together and you get a freight truck with an overbite and roid rage that can literally outrun Usain freaking Bolt and turn Simba into an orphan even faster. The only times you'll ever see a lion run away with a hippo is if the lion is starving and desperate, or if the hippo is injured, sick, or a light breeze away from becoming just a body. Other than that, a lion wanting smoke with a literal tank with teeth is just a Hannah Baker mission.
Yeah, can they even
also,
penetrate it?
Warning, if you have a sensitive stomach, this is your cue to hide in the comments. This lion tried to test the hippo's hood and got her jaw snatched instead. And if you're a lion and you hunt other animals for a living, getting crippled by a hippo means you can go ahead and start house hunting for graves, because if you can't hunt, it's really up for you. Moral of this video: hippos are like STDs. Nobody should be f***ing with them. You know, that actually reminded me of a really...
Why would you sexually assault the seal? Why would you touch its ass? What is wrong with you people?
You know the leopard seal, right? The op of happy feet? The biggest threat to a penguin's way of life. Ask them where they want to eat, they'll say Popeyes. Yes, they eat penguins, but we already knew that. But you want to know what else they eat? You'll never guess it. Seriously, I'll give you time to comment, but you won't get it. Apparently, leopard seals have been known to hunt and eat platypus. Yeah, the ones in Australia have been recorded catching and murking live-action parries. That is a crossover I am just not ready to deal with right now. Honestly, it's bad enough that this is probably the first time a lot of people are hearing that this thing's found in Australia. Some of these steroid seals end up wandering all the way up to... I'm
not surprised. I mean, at this point, what is dangerous and not found in Australia, right?
Tasmania and Heron Island.
Polar bear's probably gonna be found there soon.
Which is how the leopard seal can end up in the same area code as this duck rabbit. Also, they can grow to 12 feet long, weigh 1,300 pounds, and one ended a person's life after mauling her and dragging her underwater. Leopard seals are a menace that nobody has the balls to...
I keep telling y'all, water is evil. What the... Bro, where did you get your cut, my friend? Where did you get your haircut? Don't go there again. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Weird-ass Pokemon.
That wasn't edited. That's really what they sound like. This is a muntjac, but for obvious reasons, most people know it as the barking deer.
Muntjac?
This barking Bambi is found in Asia in countries like India, Sri Lanka, Vietnam,
how is this a real animal?
Indonesian islands. Muntjacs will scream when they're scared or to tell other deer where they are in case they lose them in a dense forest. It's like if you lost your mom at a store and just screamed like a banshee until she found you. They'll also stomp on the ground while barking in order to look more intimidating, which, you know, probably would work.
It's kinda cute.
They weren't like 2 feet tall. But like any vertically challenged person, they overcompensate and this deer will cut you. Muntjacs have fangs sharp enough to shank anybody who underestimates just what a deer with short person
vampire
can do.
dog
They've even been known to
deer.
run fades with dogs and send them to the vet. Also, like surprisingly most deer, the muntjac isn't a herbivore. They'll eat grasses, herbs, and berries, but they'll also hunt and eat small animals and bird eggs. Also, fun fact, actually really, I don't know how this is possible fact, muntjac has less chromosomes than a fruit fly, with males having 7 and females having only 6. Friendly reminder, we have 46. So, we have a 2-foot-tall vampire of a deer that barks like Clifford, has less...
And a banana has almost as much as us, I think.
...chromosomes than a fly, and the same attitude as any girl under 5 feet. This is nature's drunk text. This bird has a penis for a tongue, and I'm not even kidding. And it's all because of the way they eat. Flamingos filter out algae and shrimp from the water, and they do it upside down. They use their tongue to squeeze out the water and trap the food. But we found out while they do that, a bunch of erectile tissue in its mouth fills with blood and stiffens just like, well, you know. And apparently being bricked up in the mouth helps the flamingo keep its head stable as it sticks its beak in the water and eats upside down. All that erectile tissue sits at the bottom of its mouth and runs down both sides.
Can we stop saying bird mouth and erectile tissue? I'm not fine with that.
So whenever a flamingo eats,
fine
on
with
command,
that.
the blood rushes to the tissue and anchors the bird's head. It also makes the tongue harder than a man watching an Olympic long jump compilation on YouTube. We've all gotten those recommended.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Clicked on all those, bro. Let's
We've all
go.
clicked on it.
Olympics.
Moral of this video: flamingos are really f***ing weird. Also, those aren't its knees.
Come on, bro.
It's bending its ankles. There used to be a nearly 20-foot bulletproof serial killer whose victims included humans.
Oh,
and
that's
hippos.
Gustave.
Gustav was
Right?
a Nile crocodile.
Yeah, I know
and
about
scientists
him.
Estimated that he
The
was
mad
over
lad.
18 feet long and weighed well.
Look at Gustave's butt crack, bro. Is that his butt crack? Where's that?
Over 2,000 pounds.
Is
And
it
with
a
a bite
sheep?
force of 3,700 pounds, getting attacked by him was like getting assaulted by a sledgehammer with teeth. Because Gustav was too big to hunt the usual victims like zebra and antelope, he instead put
might still be
wildebeest
alive.
and yes, even hippos on t-shirts. He also likely resorted to cannibalism if he was ever low on groceries. And he didn't stop there, because this overgrown Bundy gecko allegedly had a body count of about 300 people. And apparently Gustav would tear his victim to pieces and not even eat the mutilated corpse. Bro was real life stat padding. And wouldn't you know, the bastard was bulletproof, since one of Gustav's defining traits was that he had 3 bullet scars on his body. But the scariest thing about him is how he would have gone about taking your life. Like all crocodiles and alligators, Gustav would have slowly creeped on you in the water with only his eyes visible. The rest of his body would be hidden in the murky water. Then he
Bro,
would have
what's that
slammed
one
his jaws on
picture?
you with the force of a car, strong enough to tear muscle and break bone, and at this point you'd be 50 shades of with about 60 teeth buried into your face. Gustav would have dragged you underwater and death rolled you. How long you lived would depend on where he got you. If he managed to get a hold of your arm, he would have effectively...
Why? Oh, it's one of those people that put their hands inside a croc's mouth and hope they don't fucking bite? Stop.
ripped it right out
Why?
of the socket.
Oh!
If he got your midsection, he would have disemboweled you, meaning if you didn't
As
straight up
God.
drown, you would have bled out.
Wanking
And if you
God.
messed around and let him grab your neck, he would have barrel rolled your head off. Remember how I said he turned 300 people into hashtags? Considering how violently crocodiles kill their prey, it could be more, we just haven't found the bodies yet. Scientist Patrice Fay spent months trying to capture him, but somehow a nearly 20-foot
didn't
assault
work
weapon
out.
managed to avoid them every time. Gustav allegedly died in 2019, but we don't know how, why, or who did it, and we don't know how many lives he took with
We
him.
don't know
Here's
if
the fact
he's
you
dead as
didn't
well.
know you needed to hear. Some octopus will carry around a security coconut to use as extra protection.
That's-
Octopus are one of the smartest things in the ocean, and some have the intelligence of a 3-year-old
They
human.
live for like
It's
6
high-key
months.
crazy to think about. But they have no shell or armor, so some species will carry
Look
around
at
food
that
halves of
motherfucker.
coconut to use as a travel-sized panic room to avoid predators
got
or social
brawn.
interaction in general. This octopus has said nothing, yet somehow I completely understand. Some will even camp inside coconuts just so they can catch crabs slipping.
Damn,
You
it's
know, crabs
fast
really
as
do
hell
be getting
though.
hoed by everyone. Might be funny to us, but that's low-key a messed up way to die. Coconuts aren't the only tools that these undersea aliens use. I remember this guy. That is the highly venomous
Yes, we do.
manowar, which is toxic enough to put both fish
Yup.
and people in a pack. Which
Yup.
is why the blanket octopus will steal the venomous tentacles of the man of war to use as like a melee weapon to defend themselves.
Bro, it's
You know, if
huge.
octopus lived longer than a year or two, they could probably do a lot of damage. Moral of this video: if you ever see an octopus carrying coconuts like it's luggage, you know why.
Don't look
You
at
know,
the
we
booba.
probably should be scared of how smart these guys are. This is Inky the octopus, and he used to live
Inky
in an
the
aquarium in New
octopus.
Zealand. And I say used to because Inky actually escaped by slipping out of his tank when no one was looking. Apparently, he noticed a small gap at the top of his tank and Shawshanked his
Yo,
way
bro,
out.
he looking shriveled as fuck.
Then he slithered across the floor until he found a 6-inch drain hole, which he, of
This
course,
video is
managed to
fake.
squeeze through. Fun fact, octopus have no bones or swim bladders, meaning a 600-pound octopus can fit through an opening the
So they're
size
like
of a quarter.
cats.
Inky crawled to freedom through a 164-foot pipe of nastiness I don't even want to imagine. That's almost half the length of a football field until he reached the ocean. And nobody ever saw him again. The next day, workers noticed that the octopus was missing, and I like to think it went something like this. Only reason they even found out what happened was because Inky left a trail leading to the drain pipe, but when they searched it, he was gone. Bro watched that one scene from Finding Nemo and decided he had enough of the
All
kids.
trains
Now, I'm
lead
not
to
saying
the
you
ocean,
should be
kid.
afraid of them. But you can't tell me this ain't some ET.
Yo, looking at that, I can say that hentai is weirdly realistic, huh?
I can personally guarantee you're not ready for how big this animal actually is.
What the? Is that real? Nah.
That is an Aldabra giant tortoise. The Aldabra
It's an elephant.
because they're only found on islands on the
It's
Aldabra
that one Pokemon that has like the cannons on the side. It's Squirtle.
atoll and Seychelles.
It's
off the
Squirtle
east coast
level
of
3.
Africa. Giant part is because they're built like a freight train with legs. The biggest ones weigh well over 500 pounds, and some wander into the neighborhood of my 600-pound life. This breathing tank eats mostly grasses, leaves, and woody plant stems. They've also been known to feed on the corpses of other dead tortoises because of course they do.
What?
Some even started learning how to catch and eat birds like the lesser naughty. To be fair, if you can literally fly but get game overed by a boulder with cankles, you kinda deserve it. This overgrown
True.
shell jockey is such a powerhouse that they basically have the same job as elephants. Because while looking for food, Aldabra tortoises will often knock over small trees and shrubs, creating pathways for small animals the same way elephants do. Also, they basically never die. The oldest one was a tortoise named Adwaita who allegedly lived to 255 years old. Most people believe he was born in 1750, but nobody knows for sure because he just kept outliving the people taking care of him. Which means he was alive to witness some of the worst events in human history and
That's
said
disgusting.
nothing, because if minding your business was a person, this would be his profile picture. A lot of y'all want to know how I know so much about animals and why I care so much, so in honor of us hitting 10 million, here's 10 reasons why I am the way
that's
I
a
am.
lot, peeps.
For one, zoo books. 90s kids might remember this commercial.
Your child can visit steamy jungles, grassy plains, and the dark depths of the ocean.
Yeah, I had them all. No, seriously, call me Ash. I really did
They
catch
went
them
inside
all.
smell.
And fun fact, that one is the first one I ever got. Go figure. Number 2, this show was basically my Bible because I watched it religiously. I wasn't allowed to watch TV on weekdays, but since this was technically educational, I could get away with it. And if you watch this show and watch my videos, you can definitely see where I get a lot of it from. Number 3, this was the first game I've ever gotten.
Oh, I played this as well. Zoo Tycoon 2 was the shit, bro. This game was so
Basically,
fun.
you just build a zoo, and for some reason, 5-year-old me couldn't get enough of it.
It was
also
so
used
good.
to set the lions free and then watch them violate the guests, so yeah.
Bruh.
I might have been a psychopath at one point. Number 4, I think I was like 7 when I got this book. I had like hundreds of animal books, but for some reason this one was my favorite. I actually lost it for like a year and a half in somebody's house in another state, and my 7-year-old mind did not know peace until I got it back. Number 5, this thing. Wonder if it still works.
Good day, mate. Press the animal button below to restore the world of endangered species.
Say good day, mate.
Still works. Number 6, this was also one of my favorite games. Basically,
Zoo
you're a vet
vet.
treating animals in a zoo, and I would honestly
I've
spend
not
hours
seen this
doing
one
it.
before.
I couldn't tell my left from right, but I could tell you how to check for tuberculosis in a camel or how to treat diarrhea in a chimp. Number 7, y'all already know who this is.
Aww.
Number 8, I also got National Geographics for kids that I would get every month. Number 9, I once went to the Bronx Zoo when I was 4, and when I came back home, I told my mom I wanted to be a zookeeper when I grew up. And number 10, I really don't know. It's like, I didn't like animals because I had all those things. I had all those things because I already liked animals. I don't know
fair
where
enough,
it came
bro.
from. I would make these little animal books full of drawings when I was 3 years old, and I have no idea what made me do it. I think I was just a weird-ass kid, and some things just don't change. Thank you all for 10 million. I hope all your pillows are cold at night.
Fair enough. Except if you're cold, right? And you want your pillow to be hot? I don't fucking know. Hey, listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, check out the playlist right here. That's about it. We found out some more weird facts about animals. Quick thank you to YouTubers and patrons. Thank you all for the support and hope y'all have a nice day. Bye bye.